You know, when you have a company that's been in business for 100 years, that says a whole lot for your company in every different way. Well, Riemann Family Funeral Homes here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast have exactly done that, celebrating their centennial here. Chad, good to see you again.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
That's something y'all are proud about. I mean, this has been going on generation to generation for a while.
100 years, there's a lot that takes place within 100 years, a lot of stories, a lot of commitment to make that happen. And we're just proud, and we're very thankful to our community for allowing us to serve them for such a long time.
Now, you've got some beautiful facilities. We're here in Ocean, my favorite one, in Ocean Springs, and but you're all over. But it's not so much the building itself, it's what's inside that really makes the difference. And that is, you know, with you and your family, with the company.
In funeral service, we often look at the hearses, and we look at the facilities, and we look at some of those material and tangible things. But really, when a family is in need, they need somebody that's going to care for them and lead them through the grief process by hand, and really take care of their needs, answer questions that they may not even know that they have. Mm-hmm. And over the last 4 generations, we've had a really, really good, dedicated team along with our family that has cared for the community and when they needed us the most.
Take us back to the beginning, 1920. It's a ways.
It's a really interesting story. My great-grandparents used to ride a train here from Michigan. They had some friends that had a summer home here on the coast. And so they would come and they would spend a couple of weeks here each year, and they liked it so much that they decided to move here. And so they did. They packed a trunk and they came down on the train, and they purchased half interest in a little funeral home in downtown Gulfport called Wilder Funeral Home. And the following year after that, they were able to purchase the remaining half from Mrs. Wilder. And that's when the story began here on the coast. And so that's the first generation. They worked hand in hand together, my great-grandparents did. Mm-hmm. And they were very service-oriented people. They weren't so much great business people, but they were very service-oriented people. And it allowed them to introduce themselves. Being from the north to the community, it was a little difficult at first, but over time people began to meet them and know them, and their ability to serve the community kind of grew from there.
Well, you know, I'm a country boy, and from all the family that I have out in the country, whenever someone had passed on, there's always services will be at Riemann's. Services will be at Riemann's, whichever, you know, the different locations. You used to have the ones on Highway 49 locations, but and I know through those experiences how dependable that y'all are in working with so many people. I mean, 2 years ago, made arrangement with you for my mother-in-law, and you're so great to meet my wife in here on a Saturday to do that. And then when she did pass away, you know, we had the services here for what had really, you know, a little get together for family, and everybody still talks about that. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the big things about it, yeah, is family service.
That's right. My grandfather was the second generation, and he really had the vision for the business to grow. He felt strongly that each community on the coast should have its own chapel. Mm-hmm. And so he spent 30 years growing our business into each community here on the coast. And because of that, it allowed us to really intimately serve the people, you know, where they were most comfortable, mm-hmm, instead of having to come to one other facility. So his vision really helped the business grow, and then my dad, David, and my uncle Mike, which represent the third generation, continued his legacy, and they really changed the business somewhat by that era is when pre-planning came about. Mm-hmm. And so the pre-planning aspect of our business is a big part of our business. You know, we plan for everything in life. We plan for weddings, we plan for car insurance, homeowners insurance, mm-hmm, all of these things. And the one thing that is certain is that we'll all need the services of the funeral home at some point in time. Mm-hmm. A lot of us don't want to think about that, and that's understandable. But
It's inevitable.
The reality is that it's a big part of your life's plan to go through that process. So they focused a lot on that. They also focused on service and identifying areas where we could improve. And we always feel like there's no place for to be stagnant in what we do. There's always room to grow. There's always things that we can do as directors to help families create a one-of-a-kind, meaningful experience after somebody passes.
And there's a lot of things that have changed over the past several years.
Yes. So my brother Addison and I represent the fourth generation in our business. And we have a new dedicated team along with us that has been with us quite some time. And so together we spend a lot of time training on how to create those personal experiences. And I could sit here and I could tell you about a lot of those that we've created, but really when we sit down with a family, that's when it begins. So we, at that point, will gather information, and we try to think of ways to do things that are not typical. We want them to remember this ceremony, because really that's all we have left is memories. And so we want those to be everlasting.
Well, let's meet Addison and find out some more of the great things they have here at Riemann Family Funeral Homes. Chad's brother Addison, nice to meet you. Things have changed so much to where people can actually go online and make arrangements now.
That's right, Jim. Our website is interactive now, so folks can actually go on our website and do pre-planning online ahead of time from the comfort of their home or wherever they may be on a mobile device. Some of the services that we offer on an at-need basis also can be planned online as well, directly through our website. Another benefit to our website is each individual deceased has a tribute page dedicated to them that their families and loved ones can share on all the social media websites as well to keep let everybody know what's going on.
With the family and everyone else out of the area. That's amazing that technology has made it so much easier for someone, as you said, to do it in their own home.
Absolutely. Something else that we have tried to keep up with the times with is our facilities. So the inside of our facilities, we've remodeled to have them more inviting. You know, we don't have the old red velvet drapes anymore. It's more bright. And what we try to really focus on is personalization 100% for each and every family that we serve.
Thank you, Addison.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you. You want some more information? You can go online, as Addison said. The website is on your screen, and make it a lot easier for you. That's what they do here at Riemann Family Funeral Homes, celebrating 100 years.